We are at Rose Hill on a wet track. Glenn Pollard under the weather, but coming good. Paul, I forgot his second name. It's Daly. Thanks for joining us. Em Lambourne. How are you guys?
Thanks, Glenn. You must be excited about this card. Although they didn't get as much rain as elsewhere in Sydney last night, but it doesn't matter. Rose Hill has been significantly worse than the official track condition throughout the winter. We have turned up here, Glenn, in the grass. The grass has suddenly become green.
What's going on with this colour of the grass? Why is it? It's like dark green.
They put some
paint?
urea or something on it.
Fertiliser? Well, maybe that.
They've done it.
That greens it up.
Anyway, the penetrometer says it is heavy.
Okay.
There's a meeting here two years ago, which there's two sort of reference meetings. There's one in the middle of winter last year, and there's one coming into spring, which is I thought a better reference. With the day that who won the Golden Rose? Beat Star Turn in the lead up to the Golden Rose.
It wasn't a line, but I know the horse.
The
old mate.
Yeah, the blue colours. Jay McDonald up the inside actually.
A Stern.
A Stern. Yes. So that was a reference point. The track was 5.88 in the morning. I guess the condition of the track, the way it's been this winter, would suggest that it's probably worse than it was that day. Paul, where do you want to be in the run today?
Close-ish, but I don't mind sneaking towards the inside. I think you're right. I think they'll get off the fence and
they'll be keen to track wide, won't they?
I think they get keen to track wide, and then what that does is project some value going underneath them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so that leads to inside draws off pace.
Yeah. Could easily.
We've worked out. I like being in front, right at the winning post. That's the best.
That's the best part of it.
That's the fucking
Look
point.
at you. How keen are you to be at a meeting? It doesn't matter if you're 6 feet. We're 5 feet under.
I'm so keen to be here. You got no idea. Well, I'm so excited about limited scratchings, Mark.
Yeah, well,
12 yesterday.
They all need to run.
We woke up with 22 this morning.
They need to run.
So we've got some field size too.
Yeah. So 104 to go around today. Race 1, a mare's race again to opener, and Seaglass and Madame Markovic are the overnight firmers. Pandemonium 7-2 favourite. Glenn, you haven't had a spruik of this race. You were
when I went through this race originally, I'd penned the All Too Soon race, which took three horses well in the market out of the race. But then I sort of came back to Mandy Line a little bit because of the pace control. I'm interested in 6 Seaglass. I'm interested in 5 Miss Shanty. I want to see how it parades, and then I went to Mandy Line. That was me.
Paul,
look, I'm probably going to stay out. I was originally sort of looking at Mandy Line, Pandemonium, those two. Pandemonium, I'd like it to have control, and I'd like Mandy Line to have control. And I think there's potential here for one of those two to upset the other a little.
Well, let's go to G. Pollitt there, because
maybe impulsive.
Racing New South Wales has Mandy Line holding out Pandemonium. Do you agree with that?
Look, they're not the main bloke that does the maps from Racing New South Wales. He's on holiday at the moment. I thought quite a few of them were a little bit questionable with the lead. What I mean is, who's ever done has done their best. I don't think that. I know that later on they've got something from. I got it clearly coming across. Yeah, Danaway. I got it leading from.
Oh, from Master Ash. Master Ash takes the trail like it did the
that's
other day.
obvious. Yeah. And they've got Master Ash leading from Danaway. So there's a few little things with the map. I'm not bagging the bloke on the map. He's just a stand-in. He's
having a go.
Yeah, he's the reserve grade having a go.
Doesn't have the normal imprimatur.
Yeah, I don't think it's the right setup though.
Okay, the highway, Paul, you've stuck out of the highway. Run out of gas. Glenn, you're a highway man.
I am a highway man. I'm a bit interested where the favourite will get there, and I'm surprised it's so short. Highway 66.
Well, I suppose the second pick is a 3-year-old stepping up from 1,000 to 1,200.
Yeah, I know that doesn't handle the truth tournament drawn inside there. Yeah. We've seen
Territorial is the overnight firmer, just a touch.
And I worry about it getting 6 furlongs, Mark. So, leave me to Manningham Mar there. The race that they're coming out of, the common purpose race, I think there's a drag on all of them with it. So,
yeah, look, I did warm late to fun tickets as a blowout in the race. Just a strong horse from a good yard.
No trial, but interests me as well.
Yeah, now the really interesting race is the.
This is so interesting.
Don't Give a Damn V Renewal.
So exciting.
Renewal's going to start favourite. Paul,
what do you mean, Don't Give a Damn V Renewal? There are another 11 runners in the race, Mark.
I know, but we're talking about favouritism first. I'm talking about how the betting's going.
Has either one of them got any hope?
I don't know. Golden Hits is 21 into 13. It's the firmer other than Renewal overnight.
Bad Glyn last start, that horse, off the tapes.
Yep, it certainly was. But Kanachi form is not really good enough.
No.
Isn't it?
I mentioned it on the preview show, Golden Hits, but $13 seems, doesn't seem a luxury.
Right.
Paul?
Renewal for me. I'd like to back Don't Give a Damn as well, and the market might well take a risk with the 64, the wet track, that type of idea. But they're the only two hopes for me. But I'm keen on Renewal.
I've got to say I disagree with you there, Paul. I think it's a thick race, so that's great, isn't it? That we have so much interest in a race. There's just not two hopes there. It's just there's no way.
It is a delicious race.
Second up, going up 200 kilos, 200 metres, up 5 kilos, and sucked under like. No, there's bits and pieces there. Be wary there, punters. Very wary. Not that I'm not giving you the winner though, because I don't know it.
Yeah, you're just pouring scorn on the
Drachenfels and Andaz are probably double figure.
I will be winning $20,000 on the race if Kanachi leads. It gets outside the lead and kicks. Best wet tracker in Sydney.
It's funny. Ratings to win would suggest otherwise. We'll talk about that on Monday. Race 4 is the return of the Autumn Sun at evens. Master Ash is 7 to 1 into 5 to 1. And Dealmaker is 15s into 17 to 2.
Fuck, it's cold here.
It's like 12 degrees. Yeah, it is cool.
Fascinating race with this favourite resuming here, Glenn.
A fascinating race. What 1,500 metres first up. What are their plans for it? I thought the trial was okay without being sensational.
I suppose in its favour is the fact that both lead-ups look pretty pooey.
Both lead-ups look awful.
But I was in the Dealmaker camp. Paul, I think you made some sort of
I'm probably going to
case for it.
Brack Dealmaker as well, and Autumn Sun pronounced favourite, but nowhere near the market price, so probably closer to 13 to 8 for me.
I thought Master Ash had a nice chance sitting underneath Danawi, and
it's a
definite chance.
A great, and it's a Sebring, isn't it? It's just
there it is.
There it is. Right, Trapeze Artist has been displaced as favourite by D'Argento, who's now into 15 to 8. Some money for Siege of Quebec, 4 into 7 to 2, and Trapeze Artist is on the blow. Another really interesting race.
No good me.
No good you?
I'm mounting up male.
Sure.
Whatever prays well, they're great horses. There's not much between them. And I couldn't tell you what my top pick is at the moment.
Okay, and what do you want to play, Paul, or do you want to play?
Look, at D'Argento top pick. I'm just a slight query back in distance.
Yeah.
Home of the Brave. I'd like to see a bit of support, but I'm not saying it can't win. I think it's a genuine chance in this race. Sage of Quebec. A lot of people are going to like it, a lot of people aren't going to like it. Trapeze Artist are the ones I want to be against. I just don't know if it's going to be wound up for this race, given it's already got the spot in the Everest.
Yeah, well, but yet again, a great race because he's clearly the best horse.
Oh yeah, with conditions to suit.
The circumstances are, perhaps against him.
Yeah, I think
and that's,
so.
That's what we're looking for, Glenn, all the time, isn't it? We're looking for the best horse to have things against it.
Oh yeah,
and you never see it with Winks.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
The third feature is the 1,200 metre run to the Rose, and Graf is now into 6 to 4. I can't find support for any other runner. Paul, I think you're quite bullish about the favourite.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a really good chance and should win, but it's got a different configuration to deal with this week, and who knows what's going to happen in respect of that. I'm probably going to have something on a long shot here. Jonker, I think it's not hopeless.
Blinkers on today?
Yeah, a couple of little things in its favour, and Zoo's saying I'd have to be against at the price.
Mounting Yard Mail again for you, Glenn?
MYM, but at this stage it's Zoo's saying for me.
Right, and what are you saying about this favourite? It is 6 to 4. You do,
the different configurations concerns me. The size of the horse last start, if we got rain before the race and got this track with some real glue in it, I'd give it none.
Okay.
Big, strong horse, not a wet tracker.
Okay. Right, another feature is the mares and Champagne Cuddles.
What a great meeting this is, guys.
Yeah, it's a great meeting.
So many different angles.
Champagne Cuddles is solid as a rock. The firmer in the race is Noir, 12s into 8s.
And I don't understand why it was $15 during the week. It's got a great chance at one.
Well, it's a wetty, isn't it? Noir.
Good
Paul, favourite? Good? Yes.
Very keen. Very keen. Yeah.
B. Baker Project horse, the Everest horse.
Oh well.
J. Mac to ride.
Today's the day that they would want to be doing something and make a good thing of it. So, but even just on the figures, like not building in any of that, it's got links on these, if it's right.
Right. Okay. And no one can make a case for formality. She last 12 months ago in Sydney, she was not quite dominating Champagne Cuddles, but she was sitting there saying, "I'm a force to be reckoned with."
16 to 1 in it, and second pick probably Invincibella.
Okay, Invincibella is well, her 2 runs at Rose Hill have been outstanding, albeit much weaker company a long time ago, but she seems like a Rose Hill lurker to me. Then we've got old Gordy's girlfriend here, Soothing. She's into 10 to 9. She Knows is also into 11 to 2, and Tango Rain's into 14 to 1. Soothing Glen, she did...
Well, clearly favourite, no doubt it's favourite.
Is there a problem today? Is it just like the 1,000 metres at Randwick doesn't belong to anywhere else?
A little bit.
Paul, can you entertain the favourite at this price, or will you be shopping elsewhere?
Yeah, not this price. I mean, I've got it pretty short. I've got about 6 to 4. And then there's a whole bunch of them with some sort of credentials. I mean, She Knows, Dissolute, Tango Rain, you know, and a horse here at really, really big odds that could sneak a place, Argentore.
Okay, well, yeah, he would seem to be suited by the conditions, even though...
Depends how they come.
Once again, he's not identified as the gun wit tracker or by ratings to win. Race 9, and this is obviously the wide race of the day. Opposition.
The nightcap.
It's had some support. It's the nightcap, but it's the widest betting race.
Yeah, I just like hearing you say nightcap.
Opposition 15 to 2 and 6 to 1. Excelsior is 12s into 8s. And Keep Up is 30s into 20s.
Who's riding Keep Up? We've got a rider for Keep Up?
Yeah, Christian Reith.
Thank you.
Paul, I think you had some sort of feel for this race.
Going wide, not a lot of confidence. Horses like Zorkan and Excelsior interest me.
Well, I was going to say the same two horses, Paul, but I wasn't going to say going wide. I thought they're not wide tips.
They're the top picks, aren't they?
They're equal favourites at $8.
Yeah, but I mean...
But I'm just saying they're not wide. When you said going wide, I thought...
Well, wide...
Well...
I don't like... I think Letter to Juliet should be 12, 14 to 1.
I think the two you tipped have got great chances.
Yeah.
But I'm just making
They're roughies for Gord.
Yeah, well, they're roughies for me too. So.
They're fucking not roughies. They're only equal favourites. You and Gord, you're all mental.
All right, that's the top-up show.
What a great show it's been.
Now, don't forget we do three shows a week for members. Silver members get 3 shows a week. And if you're a gold member, you get those shows, plus you get Manning Yard Mail for all Sydney City meets. You get my gold set on all Sydney City meets again. And you get a very good man, John Walters, who does a particularly good job on the Melbourne Saturdays. And he sent out a set from Moonee Valley today. So there's a stack of product, there's a stack of content, and it's all for $22 a week. We're heading to Lismore in a couple of weeks. You're welcome to come and join us there. And if you have had any issues with emails from us, please make sure that admin@racingrant.com is in your phone book, is in your address book.
You forgot to also mention the first 2 weeks are free, Mark.
First 2 weeks when you sign up to the gold membership are always free. You pay nothing for 14 days. Hope to see you at Lismore.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Okay.